So even before we got like into this video, obviously it's for Kylie Minogue. I'm a card, and this is OTK here. I'm gonna speak for her. She started to die. Like literally, I was pulling up the music video for Kylie Minogue, "Put Yourself in My Place," and it just started playing like the first 3 seconds of it, and she just instantly like it just like started like vomiting and throwing up and just dying like everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know,
Sorry. I
I don't know what the
apologize.
song does to you.
I didn't mean to scream like that. That was
That was a feral scream, folks.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank God that wasn't recorded because that was crazy. Oh my God.
Oh
Okay.
man,
I'm
yeah,
good. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're
Good.
not good. You're not good,
I'm good.
folks.
It's okay.
Kylie Minogue, Put Yourself in My Place. Because if y'all was in my place and y'all heard what I heard, the sounds coming from OTKK Kayla, y'all be like, bruh. Oh man, what generation of Kylie is this, Kayla?
You Kylie.
Oh man. Ooh, that hair. That hair. Shout outs once again to Eon for the recommendation. Bro, I feel like I've heard this song in a TV show. Ooh. Maybe. Ooh. Okay. that was a little out of pocket. I'm like, I wasn't prepared for that. Hello? Oh, hello? Yeah, I couldn't watch this video when I was younger. That's so creepy. Like they're just, just like, excuse me, man. There's all types of peeping. More rewind. Oh man. Whoa. Whoa, where are we actually traveling to? Where are we actually traveling to? You know, we not really
To
in
my heart.
yeah, okay, to your heart.
My heart.
Okay. 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 Oh
Uh,
man. Yeah. Bruh.
um,
So okay, I can first, let me just say something first. Okay.
okay.
We just like I like so double checking how old this song is, right? And when the song came out, and then trying to picture
'96.
how old I was. All right, so I know that if this song came out, when the song came out, that my mom's would have been looking at me like, "What are you doing, boy? You
Mhm.
cannot be watching this video." Because when she started to take off all the clothes, I'll be like, "Oh my, look at that!" like feeling like those dudes that was like not like I don't know, like yo, those dudes creepy, bro. Like they like look at the way it's. I was like, hey yo, that was a fun one thing I had to say, because that was it was very central, you know, at that point. And I know just thinking about like the type of jam the song is, it's just one of my favorite genres. I mean, like I love my slow jams, man. I do love my slow jams. And it's funny because it's a pop song, right? But it just has like that that slow jam feel that I really do love about music. I listen, I love my ballads. It's not really a ballad itself.
it's
Uh,
it's like a R&B influence.
yeah, yeah, there you go. It's definitely more like R&B influence. And those are among my favorite types of songs to listen to. Especially like, hey, we talked about before when we were reviewing the Tension album, where sometimes I just
Mhm.
like to look out the window, you know, and just let the vibes just come through and just like engulf me. And that's what I
Mhm.
was getting a lot with this. You know, that blanket is how I feel when I listen to her sing. Feels like it's being wrapped around me. And um like I'm well 20 songs into Kylie right now, if
Mhm.
you want to include the
Right.
entire Attention album and everything that we've been listening
Right.
to. And it's just been the consistency that she has had from all these years ago till now, even with her most recent work. It just makes me appreciate her a lot more. And it's one of those things where I'm glad, you know, we've been going through this journey, and that you've
Mhm.
taken me along, and that you strung me along with, and now you've just I feel like you have ruined my life. I and every time we listen, like Padam Padam is right now my number one song. I just double checked how many times I listened to Padam Padam. Like I know it
Mhm.
came out last year, but the fact that Padam Padam is like number three of all the songs I listened to in 2024, and we only listened to it like about what, a month and a half ago, says
Yeah.
something. Says
Yeah.
something. A
Right.
month and a half ago, and Padam Padam is now my third like most listened to. Well, there's another song that's creeping up there on that list from the Tension album, and that's it's been Hands, and hold on, what's the other song that's been creeping up? It's been Hands. We've had You Still Get Me High, and Vegas High has also, yeah, it's kind of crazy. A lot of these songs have been creeping up on my list of top songs of 2024. And this album once again came out last year. And there's like a lot of artists. Like it's funny because now I know when my Apple like Wrapped, or it wasn't that Spotify Wrapped, when Apple Remix or whatever the term is comes out, it's Kylie is going to be one of the top artists I listened to this year. I think it's like literally IU, Kylie, and like Kara. That's it. Like
Right.
those are like my main big three for this year. But back to the song, Put Your Stuff in My Place. I like music video. It was very spacey, right? I'm thinking that we're in outer space,
Mhm.
but like when I just saw the ending, I'm like, are we really in outer space? It don't seem like we're in outer space, and I don't make any assumptions out here about where I think we might actually be in, but it don't seem like we're in outer space. Like this don't seem like outer space, Kayla. So you will have to
So
tell me.
okay, I'll let you finish, and then I'll go on to
Yeah,
talk about the music video.
yeah. So music video, I like. I think music video and song, I'm about on a 9. With it, an 8 to 9. Um, Yeah, about a 8 to 9 with both the song and the music video. But yeah, I'm just like there's a lot of innuendos that be going on in Kylie music videos. So I'm wondering if this is where I'm thinking if what I'm thinking this might be put yourself in my place. I don't know. So you tell me what you
Okay.
think.
Always surprised when no one gives us a like
Yeah.
9. Oh, you're mad. Um, so obviously 100 out of 10 song,
Mhm.
100 out of 10. I like it just cool like every fucking time. So aside from it being a 90s Kylie video,
Yeah.
90s Kylie aesthetics, the second most important thing to me in this video is that it's redhead Kylie. I live for
Mm-hmm.
redhead Kylie. What do I gotta do, Kylie Minogue? How
Mm-hmm.
much do I gotta pay you to go back to being a redhead? Because uh
Yeah. Yeah.
redhead Kylie,
That's
rent
your that's your
free. That is whoo, rent
Mhm.
free. So yeah, it's redhead Kylie. So already I love this video. But honestly, even though it's number three, um, reason number three, but to me, it's also the most important thing is this is based off the opening of one of my all-time favorite movies
Mm.
ever, Barbarella.
Okay.
So it's pretty much a close shot for shot of the opening scenes for Barbarella starring Jane Fonda. It's a 60s movie. It's a sci-fi movie. That's why she's out in space in the spaceship.
Mm.
So we if you'd like to, you could always like throw on the opening. That way we can compare and contrast. I don't know. I'm assuming have you ever seen Barbarella?
I'll double check
I
right
don't know.
now.
Yeah, I don't know if Barbarella would be a movie for you, but it's so sexy. It's fun. It's like a
It's a sex comedy.
sexy, rompy, yeah, space comedy of the 60s. Um, based off a comic book actually or graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
So to me it's like, oh, Jane Fonda was in a movie based off like a comic strip, graphic novel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kylie pays homage to it. So it's like for me, it's like a nice little all the things I love mixing
Mm-hmm.
into one. And being such a fan of that movie and then seeing it replicated beautifully, just like it's obviously it's different because this is a music video,
Yeah.
so we have to go with a specific like color scheme or set, and then you have a movie set, so a slight two different vibes, but still it's so reminiscent, and it's like I said close to a shot for shot of the actions that happen in the opening of Barbarella. um So yeah, that's why for me this video always between what do I have to do is always battling for 1 and 2 in my
Mm-hmm.
all-time favorite Kylie Minogue video spots. Um, I can watch this video over and over. It's so sexy. I love the color scheming of
Mm-hmm.
it. The fact that it's just it's blues, purples, and pinks, and it's the lighting of the music video itself is like so I don't know if saturated is the right word
Mm-hmm.
or shocking, but the you add that to the brightness of the orangey redness of her hair and just giving her a bold red lip
Mm-hmm.
mixed with like the bold eye makeup and the bold eyebrows
Yeah.
with the boldness of, and I know I'm using bold a lot, but it is like her face is just you're meant to look at it, and then the way it's colored, like they highlight a mole, you're meant to focus in on on the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of this woman. Um and whether or not that's the intention of the director of the music video, but to me it made such an everlasting statement that I can't even like to me it's like it's so sexy and it's so sensual, but for me I'm just so focused on everything else that it that only adds to it, that
Mm-hmm.
isn't what the first thing I'm getting from the video, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's teasing, it's titillating, it's yummy. This for me, this music video, just like with certain scenes with what I have to do, because it's just so focused on movement and focusing on her face that it enchants me. I'm so enraptured.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's just like I said, there's just something so, and it's not like they're to me. These are the 90s Kylie music videos are my favorite Kylie Minogue videos because
Mm-hmm.
of just how cinematically beautiful they are and how much focus and how much they rely on the beauty of this woman and the beauty of her voice mixing together.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if like I can't, I don't know, the song is so good. The video so I don't like guys. I don't know. My brain's just started malfunctioning at this. Like I just want to rewatch it. Yeah, but yeah, I love the lyrics for "Put Yourself in My Place." I love that it's a call to a past love,
Mm-hmm.
someone you still have feelings for, and and seeing that they've moved on to someone else, but it's that feeling of like it basically it tells you in the song you can't let
Mm-hmm.
go. There's just something there, and I can't figure out why I still love you, why these feelings are still there. Like it's just lyrically, I think it's such a wonderful song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100 out of 10. Like, gorgeous,
Let me ask you a
gorgeous,
question.
gorgeous.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you feel with this video or probably any Kylie video, right, that sometimes her visuals may overpower some of like the messages behind the video itself or like the lyrics? Like if you're watching a music video or when you were watching this music video, what did you take away more so first? Was it the visuals of the
So
video or was it the
obviously,
lyrics or the song?
so I can honestly say
Mm-hmm.
probably the first time I ever saw it, it was the visuals because
Mm-hmm.
it's paying homage to Barbarella,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, oh shit, I love that movie. Oh
Yeah.
shit, I love this artist. That's really cool. Now that I'm older and I'm not watching, obviously, from I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
when the first time I saw this music video was, but I know factually I've listened to the song more than
Mm-hmm.
watched the music video.
Yeah.
For me, now watching it, it's the song for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's just
Yeah.
something about this, like, there's just something about the song that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love when Kylie does slow,
Yeah.
not like slow the song, but like
Slow jams.
right, slow jams. Because when you think about the tone of her voice or the color of her voice, it
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily always match because it's more high her voice,
Hmm.
right? Um, but in knowing that, knowing how high her voice can get or where it sits, there are moments where she brings it down
Hmm.
or and brings it down and then also hits those high notes that just I don't know, it just does something to my soul.
Yeah.
It just yeah. So I personally, to answer fully your question,
Hmm.
having watched so many Kylie Minogue videos, obviously at first it's always going to be the video. But
Hmm.
for me, it's the song, it's her voice
Hmm.
that is more important to me than the video is.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen a music video take away from how her voice makes me feel.
Hmm.
And I know that there are music videos for other artists that
Yeah.
make me do that. But yeah, for her, it always starts the music video first, obviously, because you're trying to focus on the craft of the music video,
Yeah.
but it's always her voice that keeps me coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Do
man.
you feel that way? Like, do
No,
you
like
feel
yeah. So
that?
yeah, because the reason why I asked that question is because while of course while we're doing like the breakdown, I'm also like
Mhm,
seeing what other people were saying about the Kylie video, and there was a person, a critic, that said for the video that they wonder if the music video itself took away from the visuals of her becoming new, took away from like the overall message of the music video. And I was like, I thought that was, whenever someone and whenever these music critics do review music videos that have some type of sensual element to it, right, I'm always trying to put myself in their place, all puns intended,
mhm,
right, to see where they're trying to come from with this. And I don't know, maybe I can't see it from their place about the visual for this one overtaking the overall message from it, one overtaking, or should I say her becoming nude. I don't see that as distracting, but that's mainly
mhm,
because maybe that's because we've watched, or I should say I've listened to a lot of songs. I haven't watched a lot of music videos,
mhm.
but I'm just thinking about the other mediums where I watched music videos in. And I guess I don't know, I just never thought that nude in music videos were as that I mean, Yeah, I guess I just never, I
Well,
personally never really considered that much of a talking point, but I do
right,
know at this point in time in the year it came out that it would be much more of a talking point
right,
because sex and talking about it and nudity is I think we were a lot more conservative back in those
right,
days.
right.
Um
I think
yeah.
honestly, when it comes to nudity in music videos or in any art form,
Hmm.
it's really just about how it's shot
Yeah.
and the intent behind the focus, right?
Yeah.
Whereas even though she's undressing,
Hmm.
it plays with the vibe of the song. It's like I said, it's that slow, sensual, teasing, titillating feeling of,
Hmm.
oh, am I gonna see something? But it's that the song kind of just brings you there without
Yeah.
the full shebang, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I can see for certain things, and not just with music videos,
Hmm.
where nudity can distract you from everything else that's going on. And it does happen because sometimes
Hmm.
in music videos um or movies or TV, they throw in a nude scene or a sex scene and you're just like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Does
Like
yeah, does
so
does
I
does
can
this fit?
I
Yeah.
right. Does it fit? What is like, and I know now there's always this back and forth conversation about needing less sex scenes or how important are sex scenes. I think it really
Hmm.
depends on intention and
Yeah.
whatever. But that's a whole different conversation. But I can see what they're saying, but for this
Hmm.
music video, maybe if I was 16 still trying to figure
Hmm.
myself out, I don't even know if I really felt that way while watching Barbarella, like the
Hmm.
opening, like, and you see a couple things in the opening for Barbarella. Like there's a couple nip shots and things like
Hmm.
that. And I don't know, we all think differently. Our minds all work differently. So I can't quite put myself in the place of the Kayla that first saw Barbarella or the
Hmm.
Kayla that first watched Put Yourself in My Place. But at this point in my life, I'm not focused on
Yeah.
the potential of nudity. I'm focused more on how the video looks, how it's shot,
Hmm.
the tricks, the wire tricks, how you can convey undressing without showing full frontal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, for maybe for some people, the
Hmm.
undressing is distracting from the song, but then honestly, you don't need to watch the music video. Just I would just go listen to the song then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was one comment, or not comment, but I guess yeah, it's one of these critics' comments, based off of that, right? And they said that it was William Baker
Mhm.
committed Mignolet's fashion, styling, and loose portrayal of Fonda Barbarella's character. Sean Smith further analyzed the visual more found that Minogue, both at the time of the video release and retrospectively, was never shy about removing her clothes for the sake of her art.
Mhm.
She suffered for
Mhm.
her art. And that made me think, especially during this time, especially because this video came out in 1994, right?
Mhm.
And how was I? I think five. I think I was
Mhm.
five when this came out. And thinking about like even growing up, for a lot of female artists, especially ones that did have any type of nudity in their songs, how vastly criticized they were. And I can
Mhm.
only imagine like any type of criticism, especially with nudity, shown back in those days. And think about how much artists like Kylie Minogue suffered for the sake of trying to push boundaries.
Right.
And knowing that a song like this, yeah,
Critically. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
critically would like try to push boundaries. And thinking about the mind frame of these people back in 1994 versus how much more open people are nowadays, right?
Mhm.
Um, and or I should say, because nowadays I feel like there's a lack of art when it comes to a lot of music
Mhm.
videos,
Mhm.
or like people might think it's art, but it might not actually be but
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
all beauty in the by eye of the beholder type of stuff. And thinking
Yeah.
about, yeah.
I think we'll also okay, so
Mm,
you and I haven't watched
yeah.
any 80s Kylie Minogue videos.
Yeah.
We've only done the 2000s and after, and now we're going more like Where the Wild Roses Grow and
Yeah.
Confide in Me, and now these two I think are the only 90s ones that we watched
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Um so we also have to take into account, so she starts off as
Mm-hmm.
like a squeaky clean pop star.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a soap opera. Her character was well beloved.
Mm-hmm.
She started out really young. So it's that thing of understanding
Mm-hmm.
that everyone grows up.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes when you have Kylie starting, it's that youthful poppy pop 80s
Mm-hmm.
pop princess, everything's like bright colors,
Mm-hmm.
to going into the 90s where like with something with Shock and Better the Devil, it's
Mm-hmm.
like hair straight, body, short
Mm-hmm.
dresses, moving about, gyrating,
Mm-hmm.
having dancers, even though like in the 80s too, like
Yeah.
she had like but it's all about perception, right? And also
Yeah.
growth, because she starts out really young, hits her 20s, and it's just like with every female pop star,
Mm-hmm.
like people criticize Christina and Britney and everyone else who did the same thing, so this
Yeah.
isn't new.
Yeah.
um Unless you start out with more of a sexy image, like let's say someone like, well, when she got bigger, someone like Madonna, who
Yeah.
kind of started out sort of more poppy dancey, and then, but when she hit really big, it was more overt sexual undertones in her music and in her image to kind of just carry it forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much Madonna you listen to or know of her
Well,
trajectory of her career,
as
but
you would
like,
know, like I think I can Vogue. Yeah.
right? Okay. So like,
That I don't know many Madonna songs, and I know Madonna. I've been around. Like
there's a
my
like,
sister,
I
and my mom
know,
could name more Madonna songs.
right,
Yeah.
she's quite a topic of contention or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
she's got some fucking great music videos. I am essentially a Madonna
Mm-hmm.
fan. But yeah, like when it comes to someone like Kylie, as a someone else
Yeah.
like Kylie, it's like critics and all this stuff, especially in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
would question, is it too much?
Mm-hmm.
Is she focusing on the wrong things? What happened to the pop princess Kylie Minogue? Oh, she's a bad girl now. Oh, but
Mm-hmm.
all as a negative.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's kind of, well,
More.
we
Yeah.
know not to judge women based off that. We
Yeah.
know that through eras and through age and through growth in this industry, you're gonna want to try different genres. You
Mm-hmm.
want to try different images. Like, I mean, artists still get criticized for it. Like Gaga got
Yeah.
criticized for it too, like in her come up, right?
Yeah.
Um, so and the comparisons too. So it's also, you got to think about that too. The comparisons of one of the biggest selling artists of the UK and Australia,
Mm-hmm.
Europe too, compared to someone who's coming up around the same time, like a Madonna
Yeah.
or Mariah Carey or so and so, blah blah blah. So I think that when it always comes to, especially male critics,
Mm-hmm.
um,
These two
no.
are yeah, they're male critics. Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, it's like we know now at our age to look at that and kind of side eye it, because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what are you really asking? Are
Yeah.
you asking this woman to stay in her pop princess box for the rest of her life?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair to her, and that's not fair to her artistry to
Yeah.
just expect her to be one thing forever.
Yeah.
And now I'm not saying we have to like everything that she's done or everything an artist has done. Like, you have your favorite eras, I have mine.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like you, but like in
Yeah.
general, the
Yeah.
general you.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, when we eventually watch an 80s music video for Kylie Minogue,
Mm-hmm.
you'll understand why people are like, "Oh, she's changed so much. Is she trying to, distract us from what her music really is nowadays?"
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole bigger conversation,
Yeah.
music industry wise, and when you look at an artist who's been around for so long.
Yeah.
um, so like an artist that I love that's been around forever is like Cher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Sonny and Cher started in the 60s, they had a different look. And then that look transformed because they both got older and had to change kind of the motif of their careers because of their circumstances. She becomes like a sexy 70s icon, and her music gets a little richer. Her solo music gets a
Mm-hmm.
little richer, a little deeper. It changes because also the style of music or what's in changes too within the
Mm-hmm.
decades. So it's like, and then so like, yeah, Cher does that. And then in the 80s, she becomes a bit more rock and roll, a bit more big hair, because that's also of the time. But then people were questioning it too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to the glamour of the 70s? And then Cher eventually comes back to more soulful, slower music in the still rock music in the
Mm-hmm.
90s, but like mid 90s, like with It's a Man's World album, which is a great album. And then for the turn of the millennium to come out with Believe and hit that dance shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like these artists who have been around forever, they go through eras because they are growing up, because the world is changing, because music is changing, style is changing, fashion is changing. It's expected of women
Mm-hmm.
to where you start, you stay there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of these
That
critics were trying to say. Like, you know, that's why I asked the question, like, because
you know.
like just thinking about like just the evolution of music, especially for women in music,
Mm-hmm.
and how a lot of them, you know, when they are doing music that's perceived as like the bad girls, supposed to be like their rebel
Mm-hmm.
phase, and people don't like it, and you get all these detractors. So I thought it was pretty interesting to see, you know, this just reconfirm how shitty the music industry has been, you know, for years. And I mean nowadays we're in 2024, and you know a lot of this stuff is being uncovered, but not at the rate that it should be. I like, you know, a lot of people are being turned out from and being kicked out, you know, as they should have been years ago. But yeah, a lot of the I would just thought, like, you know, like that's what I said, like, you know, when we watch more of these Kylie music videos, I'm gonna start referencing more some of the comments, so we can
Mm-hmm.
have more fuller discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's great, like we take in the music video, especially for me. Like I'm new to this, right? To Kylie. But I think it's great to just also see what were some of these critics saying about the videos and whatnot at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, because I like, you know, it's like it's eye opening,
Mm-hmm.
slash just thinking about what people's perspectives were, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously we're gonna have a good time, you know, and just to give more, like, I guess you say, more conversation for when we talk about these songs,
Mm-hmm.
especially like, you know, from the other videos we have watched, it was, you know, when I looked at it and I looked at that one comment, I was just like, I wonder how Kayla feel about this one, like that comment.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I brought it up
Right.
to for discussion. And but hopefully other
Yeah.
people watching, you know, this
Yeah.
video also enjoy this portion of conversation, because you know we're trying to give a little bit more than just regular reaction. I mean, obviously it's a reaction video, but we
Mm-hmm.
like commentary. Obviously we like to talk, so people will be
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys are just yapping. Well, yeah, that's kind of what we do here.
That's what we do.
That's kind of what we do
We
here. And
do.
hopefully you guys would enjoy our yap sessions and want to be a part of our yap sessions for the future. um yeah, yeah, so that's why I just thought, you know, just bring that up was pretty cool, you know, just to get
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
perspectives.
But
Yeah.
yeah, when people say that, whenever any person says that
Mm-hmm.
a female artist has sacrificed, and you can go back and watch
Mm-hmm.
not music videos, interviews, and just the change in tone of how interviewers ask female artists as they grow up, and how they approach them with these questions, or how they start changing how they act towards these female artists as
Mm-hmm.
they're getting older and dabbling in different genres of music, or coming into a different era. It's quite wild,
Mm-hmm.
really. And then the questions that they get, and you go, would you be asking a man this?
Mm-hmm.
And like 9 out of 10 times
No.
they don't.
No.
um and I'm not saying, and all that to say, I'm not saying that men don't also get
Mm-hmm.
criticized for changing the genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
But it really is night and day
Yeah.
how, especially, female artists get treated, or queer artists get treated, and the questions that get asked, or how people perceive them, or how they're critiqued, as opposed to like a cis male artist.
Yeah. 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 So yeah, folks, expect more of these
100 out
deep.
of 10 for this music video.
Yeah. Yeah. Expect more conversations and commentary in our reactions, because I think that's our style, you know. If it's a yap fest session, so what? You yap
Right.
along with us, you know.
And if you just want to watch the music video, please go give Kylie Minogue views.
Yes. Yes.
It's right there. Please do enjoy.
Yes.
Put
Yes.
yourself in my
Yes.
place
Yes.
on your own.
Oh man. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, enable notifications, and check out our Patreon. And you guys can request us to check out any videos if it's burning. You're like, you guys, you gotta check out this one like ASAP, you know, or ASAP, you know, you can check out our Patreon. And we'll be catching you guys pretty soon for the next music video. You already know. Doses.